Hello, family, friends, saints and ain'ts. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Radiant Wrap. Yeah, that's what I like to call it. I love calling it Radiant Wrap because the radiant is for the acronym rest, activity awareness, diet, introspection, agua, hydration, note taking for journaling, and training. All the things of your mind and body, all the things that we need, I believe, and others will agree, to be healthy and whole. So today, I wanted to ask you about what you have to be grateful for. Now, before we get into all that, let me share a couple of things about today and this month. Some I've actually shared. It's the 19th of December, which is the 354th day of the year. We have 12 days left, y'all, in December, and it is the Advent season. Advent starts with the first Sunday in December. It goes for 4 Sundays, and there is an emphasis for each Sunday: hope and peace, and then joy. So last Sunday, the focus was on joy, and then this last Sunday leading into the week of Christmas is love. That is what the Advent season is. And for us who believe in Jesus, Advent, which is the anticipation, that's what that means. And someone meant, I think it was my sister, it said, adventure has the word Advent in it. I'm like, yeah, it sure does. But for those of us that believe in Jesus being the Savior, then Advent is the anticipation of his coming, his birth, his coming, and his coming again. So that's what Advent means for us. December is also, I mentioned last week, if you didn't see that, the root, vegetable, and exotic fruit month, which I think is awesome. And I have a lot of fruits, more fruits than vegetables, but vegetables too that I have never eaten before. It is Learn a Foreign Language Month, according to the National Day calendar, and it has been since 2009, which I think is cool. I'm trying to learn some Spanish. I've been focused on that this year. And according to that same calendar, it's Bingo Birthday Month. Bingo. I love bingo. It started in Italy in 1530. Long time it's been around. But I didn't do enough research to find out, okay, when did that start? So I have no idea. But I do know that Martin Luther King Sr.'s birthday is December 19th. Another famous person, he was born in 1899 and died in 1984. So he lived long past when his son was assassinated. And then Cicely Tyson's birthday, she was born on December 19th in 1924, and she just passed away a few years ago in 2021. Maurice White, if you know who that is, Earth, Wind, and Fire, he was born this day too, and he passed away in 2016. And then for those of you into soccer or football, Alexis Sanchez, somebody involved in soccer would know who he is. He's like 36 today, I believe, and he was born in Chile, and he's played for Barcelona, Manchester United, and he's on the Chilean national team. I think right now he's with Inter Milan. I'm not a soccer person, but I believe I got that right. The first woman to receive an artificial heart received an artificial heart in 1985. And they basically now, I think, are more like a placeholder for a transplant. because they can last a couple of years while someone is waiting for a transplant. Today is National Hard Candy Day. Go figure. And it's also National Regifting Day. Now, I don't know what percentage of people are regifters. Are you one? Are you a regifter? I can't say, I mean, I definitely like giving things away, like to Salvation Army and things like that. And I'll give somebody, something that maybe I'm not using or whatever, but I'm not going to wrap it up in a gift. And no, I'm not going to do that. But I mean, some people might, and I'm not judging. Well, I really want to encourage you to consider practicing gratitude. Practicing gratitude. What are you grateful for? You can put it in the chat, whether you're watching now or you're watching later, something that you're grateful for. There are benefits, both physically and mentally, to practicing gratitude. There are behavioral changes, actually changes our biology. Physically, we change. We can sleep better. Our mood can be improved. Our blood pressure can be lowered by practicing gratitude, y'all. We can enhance our immune system and decrease pain by practicing gratitude and sharing kindness. We can also reduce feelings of stress and anxiety, according to the National Council of Mental Well-Being. The National Council of Mental Well-Being is the organization that now does mental health first aid, and how I got certified and others in our church did mental health first aid. According to them, practicing gratitude can increase your happiness and reduce depression. Don't we want to do that? Have more of that in our life? I would think so. We can do that by celebrating small things. We think about celebrating big victories, a new job, a new home, a new car, but we can practice celebrating small wins. Like this week, I have a walking challenge going on, and I think there's 10 people who have been actively participating in that challenge. A couple of times, people who would typically be able to do 10,000, or they're looking to do 10,000 miles and they did, or 10,000 miles, 10,000 steps, and they didn't quite make it. We're still celebrating that. Just doing whatever you can. Sometimes a victory might be getting out of bed on a really bad day, or eating a good nutritional meal can be a win. Think about celebrating small victories. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of things to think on, and maybe you'll have a journal or something like that. I know I like to every now and then post my gratitude on Facebook, things that I have to be grateful for, but I believe I have room for improvement in expressing my appreciation. I don't think we can express appreciation enough. Some things to get you started, some things that you may think on are health. What about your health do you have to be grateful for? What about how you're feeling do you have to be grateful for? Is there something that you can think of that you might be grateful for regarding your health? You could write it down. How about nutritionally? Did you eat something good today to nourish and fuel your body that you can be grateful for? Did you drink water? Something like that. Or what activity, like my walking group, that step challenge, that healthy holiday health challenge. What about you? What did you do today, activity-wise, that you can be grateful for? I mean, it doesn't have to be walking. It could be you, I don't know, went to the gym, you did a push-up. I don't know, but what activity? You got your laundry done. How about that? What activity did you do to be grateful for? And then connection or communications or relationships. Maybe think about who you connected with today. Maybe you called someone, or you expressed gratitude towards someone. So think about that. And then the last one is right now. What are you doing right now? Trying to stay present. Yes, it's great to look back. It's great to look ahead, but having more moments in the present. What are you doing right now that you can be grateful for? I'm grateful for you, whether this is right now, real time, or right now that you see and hear this later. I am grateful for you and sharing this information, and it bringing to my mind that I definitely want to be more aware of expressing gratitude. Maybe a lot of people might think that I do, because I am so grateful, and I do believe that does help me. But the studies are showing that it helps other people. Some neuroscientists say that our brain can focus on negative information to avoid pain in the future. So our brain, these neuroscientists say, is acting like a protective mechanism. So therefore, we need to do things to counterbalance that. If that is, we're naturally set up that way, then we need to make sure that we're balancing that, and maybe even tipping the scale by using things like gratitude. We're going to feel better, and both physically and mentally. So let's do it. I love you, and there's not a thing you can do about it. You have greatness inside of you, and I believe in you. Bye.